Hey, it's Jasmine here. Thank you for joining me on your mat today. We will begin our yoga session with some EFT, emotional freedom tapping. Feel free to substitute anything that I'm saying with words or phrases that relate better to where you are currently. Okay? Tapping the blade edge of your hand with your 2 fingers. Even though I have these feelings that I don't finish what I start, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have these feelings that I do not complete what I start, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Tap in the top corner of the eyebrow. I get so excited to start new projects and I just don't see it through to the end. I get so excited to start new projects and I just don't see it through to the end. Tapping outside of the eye. I have so many ideas, I just want to start them all at the same time. I have so many ideas, I just want to start them all at the same time. Tapping under the eye. I start to get overwhelmed and I don't know how I can complete everything. I start to get overwhelmed and I don't know how I can complete everything. Tapping under the nose. With the things I set out to accomplish, sometimes I don't have enough funding. With the things I set out to accomplish, sometimes I don't have enough funding. Tapping the chin. I don't know why I can't finish what I start. I don't know why I can't finish what I start. Tapping the collarbone. I don't have enough support. I don't have enough support to finish. I don't have support or encouragement to finish. Tapping under the arm. I continue to let myself down. I continue to let myself down. I continue to let myself down. Tapping the crown of your head. There's so much that weighs on me, and I want to finish it all. I just don't know where, and I don't know how. And it's just simpler for me to give it all up. Take a big breath in and sigh it out. Okay, we're going to move into positive rounds of tapping. If you're not ready to move on, go ahead and restart that sequence. Tapping the edge of your hand. Even though I have these feelings that I don't finish what I start, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Tapping the top corner of the eye. Just because I didn't finish doesn't mean I can't start again. Just because I didn't finish doesn't mean I can't start again. Tapping outside the eye. When it's the season, I will finish it. When it's the right season, I will finish it. When it's the right season, I will finish it. Tapping under the eye. I do not have to rush. I can do it in my own time. I do not have to rush. I can complete things in my own time. Tapping under the nose. I have friends and family that can help me stay on track. I have friends, family, and accountability that can help me stay on track. Tapping the chin. I get to learn from each experience and apply that to my next experience. Everything that I previously learned, I can apply that to my new experiences. Tapping the collarbone. I don't have to be an overnight success. I am successful. I don't have to be an overnight success. I am successful. I don't have to be an overnight success. I am successful. Tapping under the arm. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Tapping the crown of the head. I can do hard things. I finish all that I start, and in due time, I can accomplish so much. Take a deep breath in and release. And if there is space for you to feel even more positivity, go ahead and repeat that same tapping sequence until you feel successful and ready to go on. Meet me on your mat. Thank you for joining me on your mat. We will begin in tabletop. Bring your hands and your knees to the mat. Spread them hip and shoulder distance apart. Pull your belly button in and up into your spine, like you're sucking your belly in. Press firmly all 10 of your fingertips into the space. Yes, feel your arms begin to activate here. On your inhale, curl your toes under, lower your belly, arch your back. Let your heart shine forward, gaze through, smile, and keep everything lifted here. Inhale. On your exhale, uncurl the toes, push away from the earth, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, curl the toes, lower the belly, create a U shape with your back, press firmly down, and exhale. Pull it in, rotate your hips under, cat pose. Inhale, cow, arching through your back. Exhale, cat, rounding and lengthening your spine here. Inhale, tabletop, neutral spine. Lower down to your elbows. So your elbows are replacing where your hands were, so they'll stay shoulder distance apart. Curl your toes underneath. Knit your belly in tight as if you were tying a knot. Keep it engaged. Inhale, lift your hips up, straighten your legs. Let your shoulders come through, dip your head under the hole you just created, dolphin pose. I love dolphin pose here. You're letting fresh blood circulate through your arms, strengthening the shoulders. And this is a great alternative to down dog, so you can always come here in your practice, especially as you're strengthening your arms. Inhale, look down, let your knees come so that they are hovering just above the mat. Tighten your belly for a little core engagement here, pressing away from the earth. You got it for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Lower your knees down to the mat. Knees come down to the mat. Stretch, straighten your arms, curl your toes under. Deep breath here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, instead of pushing the earth away through your elbows, press your 10 fingers into your space. Lengthen out. Bend your knees here so your belly is touching your thighs. And begin to pedal left and pedal right. Take any natural movements that feel good here. Nice. And then begin to find stillness. Breathe in, look to your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, tiny steps forward for ragdoll. Place the weight into the balls of your feet as if you were almost like you have on some kitten heels. Your knees can bend as much as you like, and then hang heavy after grabbing your opposite elbows. Ragdoll is a beautiful pose. Our heads, they weigh about 10 pounds, so it's nice to release some of that pressure and let gravity help us by stretching out. Yes. Look down, let your hands come to the mat. Bring your feet together. Inhale, slowly rise up. Let your head be the last thing to come in. Gaze forward. Press your toes firmly into the space for your roots. Feel your thighs come up and away from your kneecaps. Your tailbone goes down. Your belly comes in tighter. Arms stretch up. You may feel your shoulders come up with you, and that is okay. You can let them lift up. You can pull them away from your ears, but it is okay if you do feel that rotation. Inhale here. Exhale, chair. Keep your feet together, bend your knees, send your hips to the back of the room, balancing now with the weight in the heels of the feet so your toes can lift up and press them down. Your arms are in airplane, so squeeze your tricep muscles, feel them start to burn a little bit behind you. Inhale, sweep your arms up, drinking bird, balancing on your tippy toes. Soft bend in the knees. Now peel your shoulders up a little more. Inhale, hands come through heart center, heels hit the floor softly, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stretch the crown of your head forward, and then send energy out through your tailbone in the opposite direction. Charge up your belly, let your hands come to the ground, step back for your plank position. Shift forward, lower down to your knees, uncurl the toes, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Broaden out your chest and pull your shoulders back. Up dog, 4 points of contact. Our arms, our hands, and the tops of our feet. Inhale, and then curl your toes under. Send your hips up high behind you, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift the number 7 with your body. Exhale, forward fold, hug everything in nice and tight. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, sit low. Send your fingertips behind you. Energy is coming out. If you are the world of wizards, you can see that magic happening. Inhale, drinking bird, balancing on your tippy toes, shifting your shin bones forward. Inhale, exhale, all the way as your hands come through heart center, down to the ground. Inhale, coming up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, shift and rock forward, lower down halfway, elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog, your hands and your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's do this one more time. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, your hands are on your shins, encouraging that strengthening and lengthening of the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, press up, reach high, mountain pose. Exhale, sit back, chair with airplane. Lengthen through. Inhale, balancing on your toes. You got this. Exhale, forward fold. Reach down. Inhale, come up halfway. Keep your belly activated. Step back, shift forward, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Come back to your breath. Inhale. Breathe out. Exhale. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale as you step to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold is different this time. Inhale, chair pose. Glue your thighs together. Bring your arms up above. Rotate your pinkies in. So your shoulder blades will wrap around. Exhale as your hands come to heart center. Inhale, lean forward, hips rock back. Exhale, prayer twist. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Draw your left knee in line with the right and twist deeper on each exhale. Sit a little lower. Breathe in, inhale here. Step your left foot back. Exhale, twist. Crescent, revolved, crescent lunge. Activate your back heel so it stacks over your toes. Keep your front knee over your ankle. Press your palms together to twist deeper. Inhale, crescent lunge. Slowly unravel, recommit to your lunge. Lower down to your front knee is over your ankle. Pull your hip to the front so it is square. You'll feel a soft bend in your back knee so that your heel can get ready to sprint as it's over the back ankle. Inhale here. Exhale. Hinge forward. Bring your back foot in halfway. Pyramid. Head hangs heavy. This time pull your right hip to the back. Your left hip comes forward. You'll feel a stretch in your inner thigh on the front leg and a small release in your low back. Get ready. We have a big movement and transition here. Inhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel so it's going the same direction as your mat. Lower down and draw your knee to the front of the room. See where your hips are. Turn them forward and let your front knee go toward the back wall. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Let your hands send good vibes to the front and the back of the space. And then gaze over your front, fingers here. Breathing in here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand glides down the leg. Your right arm reaches up and then back. Stay committed to your low lunge. Your feet didn't move. Inhale. Exhale, let your hands frame your front foot for your low lunge. Step forward, forward fold. Hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel your shoulders draw down and back. Let your shoulders draw down and back. Plant your hands on your exhale. Shift forward, lower down, halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Flow. Come back to your breath. Inhale and exhale. You can finish hard things. We're going to go through the other side now. Inhale as you look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, hips go back. Inhale, chair pose. Bring your hands up. Shine your heart forward. Exhale as your hands come to heart center. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale. Twist so your right shoulder this time hooks to your left knee. Press your palms together and stack your shoulders. Gaze down to check in that your right knee hasn't jetted forward. Gaze up if you can, or a neutral gaze to the front. Inhale. Press, shift your weight to your left foot, step your right foot behind you, revolved crescent lunge. Back heel presses through your big toe so your heel stacks over your ankle. Turn through your upper body. Prepare to unwind, gaze down. Bring your arms up, crescent lunge. Let your tailbone curl under, bellies in, knees forward. Power through your back leg. Inhale. Exhale, reach for the ground, framing your front foot. Let your back foot adjust so your stance allows for your back heel to come to the ground. Right hip is forward, left hip is back. You'll feel this stretch through the posterior chain. In other words, the back of the leg. Hang heavy here. Release any tension that you may feel from your day or any apprehension that you may feel as you get prepared to start your day. Big movement here. Inhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel in line with the back of your mat. Lengthen your stance. Square your shoulders and hips. Let your knee come in line with your second toe. Gaze forward. You can. Now imagine that there's a chain sending energy from your front leg through your back and up through your root chakra so you tone your inner thighs. Left hand comes down, inhale, reverse, reach up, let your left hand stay connected to your back leg. Exhale, sweep your arms all the way through, frame your front foot. Exhale, forward fold, feet come together. Inhale, halfway lift. Find your breath, exhale, step your feet back, rock forward, come halfway down. Inhale up and exhale down. Back in downward dog. Great work. Inhale as you look to your hands. Exhale, come down to your knees. Find your bottom. Let your legs go to the front. Are we ready for some abs? Of course we are. All right, lay down onto your back. Your legs are going to create a diamond. So ankles come together, knees go out wide, hands rest behind your head. Your back ankle will inhale, lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. We have 8 more there. Halfway. Last 2. And 1. Nice. Go ahead, cross those ankles. I'll let you lower down for a second. Come back to your breath. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale, lower, and lift. Breathe in as you go down. Exhale as the work happens and you pull it up. That's 3. We have 7 more. Last 1. Nice. Find the crease behind your knees with your hands and rock all the way up. You did that. We're just warming up our core even more. Now we're gonna feel a little burn. Roll onto your sit bone. Let your feet come up. Hands extend out. We're here in boat pose. You can stay here. You can bring it a level up. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Breathe in, out on twist. Squeeze your thighs and legs toward each other so you can isolate your core movements. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yes, I hope you felt that one. Okay, roll down slowly onto your back. Good morning stretch. Arms go up, legs go out. Yes. Good job there. Okay. Bring the legs up the wall. Find that crease behind your knees one more time. Rock the length of your spine all the way up. Cross your ankles, plant your hands, and shift back. Come down to your elbows. Stretch out your legs. Find that sweet spot where your hips are in line with your shoulders, and we're going to tap our knees. Knees alternate. Go left, go right. Go left, go right. You can for 10. A 9. A 8. A 7. Keep breathing. A 6. A 5. You can for 4. A 3. A 2. Single, single. Nice. Knees come down. Wow. Okay, we're going to continue on through our flow. I'll see you in down dog. Put your hands, toes come under,
Hips are up and back, pressing away from the earth, drawing your chest closer to your thighs, seeing if that additional warmth allows your legs to straighten any or your heels to come closer to the earth. Breathe in and out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, step to the top. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, dancer, bring your right big toe and your right thumb together. Extend your leg, kick it behind you, counterbalance, shift forward, lower your right hip, gaze over your thumb. 4. Find your breath. Gently release. Inhale, let your arms come up. Find your ankle, your thigh, or your calf. Tree pose. Squeezing your left glute, stretching the crown of your head forward. Imagine there is a string to your right knee, pulling it toward the back of the space. And as that's happening, your hips lower down. Nice. Sweep your arms up. Inhale, mountain pose. Keep your left big toe as your anchor. Let your right knee come in line with your hips. Flex your foot. Bring those right toes up. Inhale here. Grow 1 inch taller. Exhale, step your right foot over your left. Soft bend in the knees as you hinge forward. We have our forward fold with the cross legs so we can tackle or touch on our sciatica nerve. Oftentimes, if we're sitting or driving for long periods of time, this nerve sometimes can get agitated. So we want to relieve that there. It also can sometimes be the reason for knee pain. Walk your hands forward. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Let your left heel come up. Bend those knees. Shiva squat. Inhale, standing split. Let your head dip down so your left foot can lift 1 inch higher. You can play around with your balance here, grabbing onto your ankle. Finding some point of stillness for reference. Okay, let those hands come down to the earth. Inhale as you look down. Start to bend your right knee. Your left toes will find the ground. Go to your foot if you need to frame it for a low lunge. Step your feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out the back. Exhale, plant your hands, shift forward. We're going into our chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, keep those lips sealed. Shift forward to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep your arms up. Let your heart come up. Inhale. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, dancer. Left foot reaches behind to find your left big toe on the inside arch of your foot. Kick forward. Feel that stretch in your quads. Counterbalance. I love this because it's a great chest opener as well. So we're balancing as well as strengthening, stretching. Beautiful. Slowly release. Let your foot find your ankle. Let your foot find your ankle, your calf, or the inside of your thigh. Hands will come down to heart center for your tree pose. Pull your left knee back. Squeeze your right glutes. Knit your belly in tight to the spine. That same knot we've been holding on to. Gaze forward. Grow 1 inch with your tree here. You've been doing Amazing. Breathe in one leg, Tadasana. Sweep your arms up. Left knee is in line with your left hip. Flex your foot. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Rotate through your arms, allowing your pinkies to mirror each other. Inhale here. On your exhale, let your left foot come over your right. Hands will come through heart center. Reach for the ground. Forward fold. And this time we're tackling our right sciatica. Release your head. Slowly walk your fingers forward. Let the weight come into your left foot. Your right foot sweeps up behind you. Bend through the knees, Shiva squat. Inhale, extend your right leg up behind you for our standing split. Play around with your balance on this side as well if you like. We'll notice that one leg may have a little more lift than the other, but wherever your leg finds itself in your standing split is still beautiful. Their legs are split because they're not together. So can you do the split? Yes, you can. All right. Inhale as you gaze forward, soft bend in the left knee until your right leg comes to the ground. Toe heel it out so you can frame it for your low. Breathe in, exhale, bring your feet together, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. You know this pose. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, chaturanga. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, come down to a seat. Find your bottom. Extend the legs out in front of you. You're doing great. All right, a little bit more core action here. Extend those hands out in front of you. Flex your feet and slowly rock and lean back. Oops. I can't be that long, can I? Okay, slowly lower all the way down onto your back. Your knees will come together. Squeeze everything into a tight ball. Let your left leg go long. Right knee comes in. Pull it over. Supine twist. You can bring your knees together to support your low back, and it's still a really great supported twist. You can use your left hand to apply light pressure. Nice gaze up. Bring everything into the midline. Stretch your right leg long. Pull your left knee in. Big breath here. And exhale. Supine twist. Come onto the right side body. Gazing over the left. And find what feels good on this side of the body. I do like to keep a balance. So if you use both knees for support this on the other side, do that this time. But keep in mind that our bodies are not perfectly symmetrical, so you may do something different. It is encouraged to do the same. Okay, bring everything in. Squeeze it nice and tight. And on your exhale, Shavasana. You have done an amazing thing today. You've made it to the end of this class, so you can do hard things. You can finish what you start. Feel free to come back to this anytime you need to, for encouragement or just for the emotional freedom tapping in the beginning. You can stay where you are. I'm going to lift up. I thank you all for joining me on the mat today. We are doing something a little bit different,
And I'm so grateful for that. Our theme this month is action. Our overall arching theme for the year is muse. So with the action, I thought that it would be encouraging to remind you that you can finish what you start. So just like Nike, just do it. Okay? You can see it all the way through to the end. Find those little wins, little victories to affirm you in yourself. No outside validation, but knowing you did that one thing. That's good. You get that check mark on the to-do list and you keep going forward. So action is not big or small. It is being consistent. So thank you for joining me here on your space today. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. And of course, I will see you again. And until next time, I love you. Bye.